I'm EkkiThump and welcome back to Let's Play Osiris New Dawn. Today, obviously, we've got to go and rescue our inflatable dome that we left surrounded by alien bastards down in the valley. I've also got to go and refill on some sap. Then I think we're going to head home and we're going to start building. We're going to get an airlock down as like the first step of our base. And grind a lot of materials. We're getting close to where we can build a habitation. That means we can then start adding like some of the more advanced machines once we start unlocking them. It also means we've got like a nice, safer, pressurized environment to work in. Oh god, I shouldn't be going this way. What the hell am I doing? Let's make some lateral movement down the cliff. Always a bit safer.
Clear dehydration detected.
Yeah. So we're definitely heading towards the sap tree because that's the last of our liquid.
Levels are now satisfied.
But I will see you at the sap tree and then from there to the inflatable dome, which I don't think is that far away from it. That was pretty epic, pretty epic. And right a fucking way, here's the goddamn crab monster once again. Fuck these guys. But if we just keep running, we should make it to the sap tree just fine. You can see the little red dot there, that's our little depository right next to the tree. We've got to figure out a way of farming some proper meat. I mean, red berries do okay for us. But we're going to need a bit more than that, I think. So lots of jars to refill. What the hell just happened to my jars? I just shift right clicked them and they just vanished. I had to, what the where are they? Hold on, let me try that with the bashing rock. Like this one. Dropped the bashing rock. Okay, we just dropped it somewhere. So I guess we've dropped our sap jars. That is so weird. Why is shift right click just drop things? What the hell's happened to those jars? I actually can't find them. I don't know what's happened to them. They've kind of gone very far. I guess I'm going to have to make another couple of jars then. Oh well. Let's see, to make glass containers we need glass and steel. Let me refill these. I don't know if that's a recent change. I would swear that shift right click was just move it between the inventories previously. I don't know why there would even be a fast drop key. But well, lesson learned I guess. Shift left click is just move it back into your inventory. Oh, you guys piss me off so much.
Dropping.
Fucking skelepods. Do these give nutrition? They don't give health. Those skellies are just hanging around here. Oh no. If that's one of those ones, they've actually run away. See if they come back when I start whacking the tree again. So many berries.
Vitals dropping.
Any more rolled away anywhere? I don't think so, but that guy's coming back for another go. Right, we're going to need base metals anyway. We're going to need, if we're going to make another couple of glass jars, we're going to need to find some base metals and make some steel. I don't think I've got any on me. What have we got over here? Crab monster. Great. So there's those. Well, there's some over that way. Ah, there should be... No, are those precious metals over there? I think they're precious. So it's probably these deposits we want to look at then. Don't need to go crazy, but we need enough steel. Oh, for fuck's sake, you fucking guys. We need enough steel to make a shovel. Ooh, no. Which shovel recipe do I have? I've only got the work table one, haven't I? Oh, do you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go and get that inflatable dome back. Olé! And now we run, hopefully. No, but he's tracking me. He's right underneath me.
Seek medical assistance immediately.
Heal the fucking... Come on, what are you doing?
System restored.
Restore the system. There you go. Okay, we've got to let our oxygen regen. If it gets down to 0... Ooh, actually, I know what I could do. Got those portable O2 tanks that we picked up right at the start. Ah, that's what I was doing. I tried to get my masking tape out, I was actually got my locator out. And let's use a bandage.
Dropping.
Just for a bit of min-maxing, we don't want to use the food when we're full on nutrition. It's a very atmospheric evening. There's giant worms flinging themselves out of the ground at me. It's pissing it down with rain. I'm at about 60% health, maybe 70. No, I wouldn't be at 70, probably more like 65. And we're just charging, trying to beat the darkness. The 400 meters left to go to our inflatable dome. Actually, there might be some steel and glass left at the Camp Hydrogen Depository. It's within sight. I've got no idea. I'm actually trying to climb up a sheer rock face there. Lateral motion down the cliffs, hopefully. Close enough. Didn't take any damage, that's the main thing. If we can just make it back to the tent, we can heal up in there. Tent, dome, whatever. We made it. Okay. Let's get in here.
Vitals stabilized.
O2 replenishing, vitals are stabilised, everything's lovely. Have I got a codex to work on? I'm sure I had one. While I'm close to my tent, let's just have a look at what we have got here. Just hydrogen, nothing else. That's a shame. We don't have enough magnesium ingots to make steel. We do now. Okay. Yeah, we can't make the shovel, that's the thing. We need the... primitive workbench. I might plant one out here somewhere if I can find a valid space for it. Just there, that'll do. To make a crude metal shovel, I need a pipe and some iron. There we are. We'll get ourselves some glass yet. I could also be working on a new stone axe. I'm not sure if I have enough rocks for that. But let's get a little bit of sand anyway. 2, 4, I think it's 8. That'll give me just enough glass. There we are, 2 replacement containers. So we can go back to the sap tree in the morning, fill these up, and that'll be order restored. Oh shit. That's not good. I just saw an infant arachnoid. Let me in, come on, you fucker. Oh, that's right. There's a little bit of a... What the fuck am I... Come on. How strange. Okay, well, whatever. We've got our jars. We're just going to chill till the morning. And in the morning, we're going to go and refill the 2 jars. Then we're going to get back to base. We're going to get work on an airlock. And everything will be lovely. And we'll have made some legitimate progress this episode. So, what do I need to make an airlock exactly? It's under structures. It's the first proper structure. So we've got the airlock frame. There's lots of steel and glass and aluminium and copper. Once we've built it, we also need to fill in the... You can see here, it's on the little graphic in my menu. It looks half built. That's because some of the panels actually need to be filled in separately after you've built the airlock frame. I don't know why, But to be honest, I'm perfectly happy with that. That means we're going to get even more engineering XP from doing this. And engineering XP is the thing, because we're heading for a habitat, and we need two engineering points for that. And then we want to get a barracks, which is 25, so we need like 27. Do we need hallways? Yeah, hallways are under the 30. Hallways basically allow us to set things off from the base. So if you haven't seen Season 1, basically the structures in Osiris are modular. Kind of like Subnautica in a way. You like place down your habitat, then onto the habitat you can attach a barracks, or not a laboratory because labs are a separate thing, but like a biodome, and they kind of hook onto each other at certain points. And if you don't want them hooking directly onto each other, like you want to do something more complex, because you only get like a certain number of attachment points, you can actually stick a hallway on and like stick another habitat on or something like that. So it's quite flexible, but you will be paying quite a lot of materials to build a base that large. I don't think you really need to be honest. I don't think they've added any new buildings, and we had like quite enough room with just one habitat, because the lab actually doesn't attach onto the main habitat. It's its own separate structure, so you don't need a point for that. Otherwise, it's like the biodome, the barracks, and I think that's. Is there anything else after that? Biodome, barracks. Yeah, and then it's just a matter of putting furniture down. Furniture is what actually lets you do things in there. But we'll get to all that. First things first, we've got to wait for the morning and get back to home base. I haven't given it a proper name yet. Camp Ekki, whatever. And build an airlock there. Well, that's dawn by my books, so let's just have a quick look outside. Make sure there's nothing horrible lurking directly behind the tent or anything like that. Looks like we're safe-ish. Let's pack this up and take it with us. We'll bid farewell to Camp Hydrogen for now, because we're going back to work on the main colony. But first we're going to take a stop off at those sap trees. Oh, hello, look, scaliopods. What even is a scelio? Because pod means foot. But I don't know what scelio means. Maybe it is a real thing. I'll Google that sometime. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, this is the big boy crater. Imagine all the meat we could get if we could just kill that thing. But I think it is literally invincible. I wonder what he eats when there aren't UNE idiots running across his crater. A thing the size of that must have to eat quite a lot. You compare my size to him. I suppose though it's like how blue whales survive solely on plankton. Like the largest... Is it the largest animal in the world? Certainly the largest mammal in the world. And it survives by just filtering like microscopic... What are plankton? Are they like algae or something like that? Filtering microscopic thingamajigs out of the water. And that's how it gets all its food. Apparently they can just barely open their mouth wide enough to fit a human in. So there you go, blue whales. Isn't this? Yeah, there it is. This is my drop down point. These are my actual base camp sap trees. Pathlight has somehow taken damage. Don't know how it managed to do that. Maybe it just took a swipe from a passing Sceliopod or something like that. Okay, so it looks clear of crab monsters, but you know as soon as I go up that hill there's going to be at least one crab monster and at least two skellies just hanging around waiting for me. Yeah, there he is. Motherfucker. And he's just waiting in exactly the right place to, well, do that basically.
Fair dehydration detected.
Yeah, it's cool. We're going to the sap tree. I've actually been trying to think how I could farm some combat points.
Oxygen balance has dropped.
Because we really are short on that. Like, everything else is going pretty well. You know, we've got a decent amount of science points coming in just purely from gathering a bit of sand, gathering a few jars of sap here and there. Yeah, that's keeping the science ticking along. Engineering, obviously, we're getting loads because we're doing a lot of mining and building. Combat, we're not doing a great deal. I think what might be a good idea, because those are ore checks, they don't fight back. They do run away, but they don't fight back. So if I were to just like craft a melee weapon and just occasionally go and take a whack at an ore check, get a few combat points, because you do get points for every hit. I think it's something like 20 combat points, like 20 whacks per combat skill point. We could probably level it up that way quite well.
Now satisfied.
Okay, got to remember to left click, left click. Left click. There we are. Now see, there's another science point. Just make sure we're topped off completely. Left click. Okay, we're golden. Let's get back to home base. And let's take some berries with us because we have no other like food supply at the moment. Do I have oh, for fuck's sake, here. Oh, it's snubs this time. Yeah, it's cool. I'm just going to take these and then I'll be out your way. These things, ore checks. I don't know, I assume that's how you pronounce it. It looks like it's meant to be a ch, that C. Because it would be like orsec otherwise, or orkek, which sounds like a very odd sort of word. And we're home. So, step one, obviously, we're going to put down our tent, regen that bit of health we've lost, inflatable dome, and let's put it, sure, here, why not? And get 25 free engineering points for doing absolutely nothing. Hop inside, heal up.
Vitals stabilized.
Stabilise the old vitals. And we've still got a bit of daylight. Now that ore check. Let me just go and hit him with my bashing rock. Just see how many points we can actually get for doing this. I don't expect to kill him, but oh, 20 combat points. That's good. We're just gonna whack ore checks in the arse all day. Not all day, obviously. There's a combat point. Pretty easy, actually. That's better than I thought it was. That's actually only 5 hits per level up. We should make a stone axe. The night is rolling in again. Right, what did we need? We're going to make our airlock frame. So we need aluminium, we need steel, we need glass. Do we have any of that? We've got glass. Do we have aluminium? I've probably turned it all into steel. Aluminium. Let's find some more steel, actually. Let's see, iron, aluminium, and magnesium. Right, 9 steel, so 5 crafts. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing some aluminium, so let's refine a bit of that. Airlock frame's gone blue. So, let's plan out. Where do we actually want to come in and enter the base? It seems like we generally tend to come in and out from over here. So I probably want the airlock like pointing that way. And probably about here would do. There's lots of space around. So let's make sure we've got it rotated properly. Oh damn it! Oh, we can't actually build the airlock because we don't have anything to attach it to. That's a bit strange. It's no big deal though, because we are very close to being able to unlock the habitat as well. We don't need anything weird to build the habitat, do we? No, just copper, steel, glass, etc. So a few bits of base metal should be enough to get us there. Brilliant. I only got 10 points for that. Maybe you get more XP for using a proper weapon. There we go. That should be the habitat unlocked. There we go. So we can actually build our base now. Right. Let's start off then.
Starvation warning.
I'm starving. Oh fuck. God damn it, I threw all my red berries on the ground.
Nutritional balance achieved.
There we go. We're quite a way off from a biodome, which is a shame because they produce a lot of berries, as we found out last season. Right, forge. Let's have a look what we need for the habitat. We've got enough copper. We need a little bit more steel. Still a bit more steel, yeah, and we need to refine a little bit of iron to do that. That's all the steel we need, and then we need some aluminium. And there it is, habitat frame. It's actually really fucking dark as well. I don't know why it's the shadow. There's the shadow of that thing there. Right, so we do still want to build it over here somewhere. Just about here would do, I think. Do we want to come out this far though, or do we want to build it over here next to all our other cool stuff? Maybe actually, yeah, maybe I'll set it back a bit further this way. Okay, let's get it spun round. Facing that way will do, I think. And there we go. So as you can see, the habitat, we can't actually use it at the moment. We've got to put a lot of frames and stuff on there. Let's go and stand inside it if we can. Oh, yeah, just about. So, we're going to be a little bit smart about how we build it. I don't normally like to put windows on here. So each of these frames, we have to choose what we want to build there. We've got a choice of normal walls, windowed walls, which don't support furniture building, and they're low armoured. Basically, they are cosmetics that you have to pay a price in defensibility for, so I don't like building them. Or couplers, which are the attachment points to build hallways, barracks can go off there, and of course we get a free one to stick the airlock on here. What I did last season, which I think worked very well, was to go wall, wall, coupler, wall, wall, coupler, like in a pattern like that. So we're going to need lots of iron, lots of aluminium, not that much copper. But it seems pretty safe around here, so we can probably get started. I just need to refine a bunch of iron and a bunch of aluminium. We might need a bit more than that, but we'll come and get some more if we need to. Having said that, maybe I should plug the airlock on the front as well. Did I bring enough stuff with me to do that? What am I missing for that? More steel. Whatever, we'll build the habitat first. So there's the front door. And we go normal wall. Normal wall. And coupler. Oh damn it, we can't build couplers. We don't have any rubber. Shit. Forgot about that. We're gonna have to go and get some rubber. No, we've got some rubber, haven't we? We've got some rubber somewhere. We scabbed a bit off. Oh, I don't want to repair that. We have got some rubber. We've got enough rubber to build 4 couplers. I believe we also needed some steel. That ore check just fucking rise out of the ground. So it's wall, wall, coupler. Wall. Wall, leave a space there. Okay, so just need to build 2 more couplers. So that is going to be 4 more bits of steel, a little bit more aluminium as well. Need more aluminium ingots. There's plenty of raw aluminium here from the mining session we did. Uh, 6 steel, that should do it. Copper and copper. And there we go. This is apparently complete, even though it's got a big hole on the front here. If we build an airlock, though, we're going to be able to pressurize the environment there, which is going to give us a nice space. It's also going to give us a staircase, so we don't have to keep jumping up into this hole, which will make things a bit easier to get into. So, next up, we want to build an airlock on the front, which is 9 more bits of steel, which is going to mean even more aluminium. Loads of magnesium prepped, loads of iron prepped, and we're actually running low on aluminium. And should just be, yeah, 9 ingots of aluminium. So we're going to tag this on the front here. It knows how to do it. It's going to snap on there, as you can see. So we're just going to confirm that build. And we get a front door and a staircase for free. And as you can see, the last part is we've got to fill in these panels on the side, which are just iron and aluminium. So I think we only need about 20 aluminium. So hopefully we can muster that. Let's refine the last stack as well. Okay, so we'll know when we've done this because this will become a pressurized environment. Just going to make sure we get all of the missing panels done. Let's see, am I still missing one somewhere? Ah, yeah, there's one. And this one here, no. Oh yeah, there we go, we're pressurized and the light's on. So full oxygen. This basically does the same thing as the tent over there. We can step inside, and even if we've got a suit breach, we can stand here and replenish our oxygen to 99%. Not that it'll do us a lot of good, because we've still got to actually find a way of repairing the breach. But hopefully we'll be sensible and have some repair materials on hand. So here's our new home. Do you like it? I certainly do. Bit bare at the moment. We've got to, now that we've built the habitat, we've got the job of unlocking all of this furniture. In particular, storage lockers, which need steel and rubber, but give us a bunch of more storage space. Water reclaimer is very good. It says it's a perpetual water source for quenching your thirst and for filling bottles. In my experience, you can't fill jars from it. All you can do is just drink from it, like a dog drinking from the tap. But it is handy to have a permanent water source in the base. And we've got the things like smart bins, planters, they are, where we can grow berries, but they have to be built in the biodome, and the biodome is miles away. I was actually looking for it, and it's way up here in the science tree. So if I was to go directly for it, that would be 20, 45, 75, 76, 77 science points to get to the biodome. Plus I think it needs some weird, like, I don't know, diamonds or whatever to build it. So we have to find a source for those as well. But anyway, that is our base. We've got somewhere we can stand and watch the night pass. So, the last thing I'm going to do this session, because I'm nearly out of time, is make a new stone axe. Let's see what I need for that. Just rocks. So we're going to pick up a bunch of rocks. And what we're going to do with the stone axe is go and chase a bunch of Orcheks around the plains. Probably not kill any of them, but certainly get a bunch of combat points for it. So we'll make a couple of axe heads. I might actually stop rushing pistols and start getting better melee weapons. What's the next one along? 20 combat points for a crude metal axe. And then we can go directly into machetes, which might be nice. Anyway, first things first, we've got to get this axe built. That's the stone oven. What am I doing? Right, need a pipe and some masking tape. Oh god. I do actually need a fair bit of stuff for this, don't I? Masking tape is banana leaves and berries. Which way was it actually to the blue trees? I think it was over this way, wasn't it? There's some kind of tree over here anyway. Obviously I've got to do the scalopod dance in order to get my berries. Maybe I'll stay over there if I go over to this tree. Are they coming too? They're thinking about it. Oh, my bashing rock. Oh, wasn't quick enough that time. Okay, I think we can confuse them if we just keep switching between trees. I don't know why I'm bothering. I only needed a few berries anyway. Whoop! Ah, fooled you. You got stuck in the tree. See you later, sucker. Shit. Now I've got to find some bananas. Let's try this way. I'm going to start needing a lot of these pretty soon, I think, so I'm going to have to start remembering where the banana trees are. Ooh, no. You just stopped. You just sort of lost the will to carry on. Bananas. Actually a difficult thing to find. Oh, dehydration already.
Hydration levels are now satisfied.
Any bananas around? No. Oh, there might be some down there. Is that bananas or is that a berry tree? That's the berry tree, isn't it? Okay, whatever. Next time around we'll find some banana leaves, we'll get a stone axe created, and we'll have a good time chasing Orcheks around our base, grinding combat points. Maybe look out and get a little bit of meat. I'm not expecting any. But anyway, that'll do for another session of Osiris New Dawn. Do hope you've enjoyed that. Join me again next time for some ostrich chasing fun, and maybe a bit more work on the base. Not quite sure yet what I'm going for next, now that I've got the basic habitat down. Crates are really nice, but there's other stuff that's really nice as well. We've got to decide what we want to spend our science points on as well, because I've got a few built up. 26 science points, that's enough to buy something. So I'll have to think about that. But join me for that next time. In the meantime, I've been EkkiThump. This has been Let's Play Osiris New Dawn, and I'll see you next time.
Oxygen balance has dropped.